Alright, what is up boys and girls, welcome back to another video. As always, thank you very much for joining me. This is Liquidity Supply and Demand, discussing my 80% win rate strategy that's been doing absolutely insane recently, which is the V-shaped recovery strategy. It has been making the rounds in the trading circles over the past year or so, and over the past 6 months, I've been trying to find a way of making it work for myself. And to be honest, I've been amazed at how well this strategy has been working. So make sure you stick around till the end of the video so you can learn how to use it in full and see all the examples recently that I've been taking. But this strategy, the V-shaped recovery strategy, which a lot of people have been talking about recently, a few different traders have been talking about their versions of it. And I wanted to share my version of it and basically give you an idea of the potential of how well this strategy actually can work. There was actually a trade literally about 5 minutes before I started this video, as you can see that I've just left on the screen. That's actually a short. Usually I do like to take longs for the V-shaped recovery, but you can take shorts as well. As you can see, this was a pretty nice example if you know anything about the strategy. Obviously, we are super bullish and we are at all-time highs at the minute, but I did take this on a singular account just because we got a very clear liquidity sweep here, as you can see. Lovely liquidity sweep, followed by this big inverted fair value gap getting inverted here. Obviously, stop loss above the inverted fair value gap, and then take profit at 1-for-1. You can see this came and got hit. Took this on one account and it did work out, which was a really nice trade. But if you don't know how the strategy works, I will showcase it to you now. Very, very simply, all you have your market structure like this. And then what I like to look for, because, you know, in general, I would say for me personally, longs do work better than shorts, just because the NASDAQ, which is what we're trading here, US 100, is basically perma bullish in terms of the bias on the daily and the weekly. It's always bullish. And I do think that the vast majority of times, these recoveries to the upside work better than they do to the downside. That's my personal preference. Obviously, you can trade both ways. I did take this one here, despite just saying that, which was a short, and it did work. But obviously, shorts at all-time highs are always a risky play, so do consider that before thinking about trading. But basically, the strategy here, as you can see, we've got our market structure. We've got some pretty clear swing points here. You can see we've got this very clear defined low swing point that we want to go and see. Basically, the market likes to move from inefficiency to inefficiency, which is essentially places where people put their stop losses. So if you think everyone's got their stop losses below these levels here, the market wants to come down, stop them out, and then reverse. So say you come down, you sweep liquidity, and then you get this nice V shape back to the upside like this. This is the first trigger that I'm looking for. I'm looking for a really, really nice V shape pattern to the downside, sweeping a good level of liquidity. That's what I'm looking for an entry model. And then for actually finding an entry, if we do come back up, I'd be looking for a nice inverted fair value gap back to the upside, which would signal to me that obviously price is disrespecting these levels of resistance once we come to the downside, and then we'd be popping back to the upside with good momentum. If you see a really, really nice fast V shape like this with good momentum back to the upside, this would be my model for entry. I'd enter on the inversion of the fair value gap there, or the break of the void, or whatever. There's lots of different things that all these traders that are talking about this strategy do call it, but this would basically be what I'm looking for. And this would be my entry. My stop loss is below. Manual stop loss if we close back below this inverted fair value gap. And then I target a 1-for-1, go break even, and then I would set runners for clear liquidity points, probably just the closest liquidity point, and then the high of day for the last runner. And this is essentially the model. Pretty simple stuff. And it does work pretty damn well, to be honest. I've found on US 100, and also I've had some success with it on gold as well, although gold is a little bit less reliable. Oh, looking like we're literally right now sweeping a level of liquidity on gold, potentially. No fair value gaps here, really, though. I mean, this is the 1 minute. You could potentially take this. This could have been a trade. As you can see, this probably would have worked, actually. Literally just missed this because I'm on the video. As you can see, this would have actually worked for a 1-for-1. There you go. It's amazing. I was literally just talking about how this works on gold, and you can see it pretty much worked straight away here. So I would have gone, if I would have taken this trade, I would have, let me just see if there's another entry here, actually. Then I could potentially show you. No, it's not looking like there is. That's a shame, isn't it? There is a fair value gap here that I could take. Might actually take this. Let's just take a look at the trade and see what we've got. So we've got this liquidity sweep. You can see clean area of liquidity swept there. We've got the fair value gap from here to here on the 3 minute. When does this close? 50 seconds till the close. Let's just say I took this. Stop loss would be 1 for 1. So this would be my take profit wherever we enter. Obviously that previous 1 minute would have played out perfectly, although this wasn't a very obvious fair value gap and it did already get tapped again. Things looking much more V-shaped on the 3 minute. This is looking like a really good trade actually. I might actually take this right now on this account. 15 seconds till the close. This is looking like really good momentum as well. Unless we come down and get a big wick down here, I'd probably take this. So you can see good liquidity sweep. So yeah, I think I might take this and then we'll just see how it goes. Look at this, incredible. There we go. So I take this. If my interface is actually going to work, hello? What the hell's going on with that? So my take profit, let's just say, let's call it a 1 for 1. My stop loss would be below here, so I'll probably just set an alert. But you can see the idea. Aiming for a 1 to 1, and then I'd probably just set runners to back up to these levels up here. 1 here, and 1 here. How about that for literally right in the video of a perfect example of the strategy. As you can see, it looks like it's going to come up and instantly hit the take profit potentially. This would be really good content for the video if that was the case. As you can see, this is looking pretty good so far, although not a great reaction there to the next candle. But we'll leave this to run and see. I'll put the take profit all the way up here. Can I set a 50? A take profit for 50 here. Sell 50. So I'll take profit half here, and then I'll take profit half up here. That should work, right? I don't usually use TradingView for my entries, which is why I'm struggling so much with this. But this was just a little demo idea of basically what you can see. I thought it'd be good to take it in real time so you can see actually exactly what I'm looking for. So I target my 1 for 1 here. I go break even once we hit this. Obviously the fill was pretty awful because this isn't futures where you get really good fills. But you can see obviously I got a 1 for 1 here. Probably sell here and then sell the rest up here. I might sell 25 there actually. If you want to sell half your position, and half your position basically. So I'll sell half here, and then the final TP will be up here, and then I'll just let it run. And then this is literally the whole model. I've just showcased you in real time a perfect example of exactly how I would enter a trade. You can see I had this area marked, and this was also marked in my Discord, by the way. Do join the Discord down below if you want to get alerts and signals for these V-shaped recovery trades. But you can see here, I marked this area because this is a good area of liquidity to come and sweep. We came down, we've come back up with a good V shape. We've got a nice inverted fair value gap, really good candle closing over it, really good momentum back to the upside. And right now, I'm basically just waiting for the trade to play out. You can see it's just chopping around at break even, but I'm fairly confident that this will probably at least come up to the 1 for 1. I'll sell half here, and then I'll go break even on the rest of the trade. And then if it's a break even, then I took a little bit of profit and I move on. And that's basically the strategy. Got my selling another half of my position at the next swing high, and then the final half at the next swing high again. This is the whole model pretty much in perfection of what I just showed you at the start of the video, and this is a perfect example of it, which is pretty interesting, to be honest. So not the greatest close there, to be honest, for this 3 minute, although we still might make the 1 for 1. Right now I'm just going to let it play out. If it's a loss, it's a loss, but this is the model, and 80% of the time this works really well for me. I think the win rate on gold is probably a little bit less than on US 100, just because US 100 has really good characteristics for basically the kinds of moves that you want to see. Those big V-shaped recoveries happen all the time on US 100. Just take a quick look across the chart here. You'll see some of the levels I've got marked here that I want to see V-shapes from. We did take a V-shape yesterday. I think this was our 1 minute. This was a really good trade, although I think I actually missed this personally, but I did see a lot of people taking this on Twitter and stuff, which is interesting. But you can see lovely sweep of liquidity here. Big move to the downside, started to V-shape back up, got the manipulation leg followed by this really big inverted fair value gap, 1 minute. Nice V-shape here, obviously entered here. This went up and hit a 1 for 1 pretty quickly, went break even and then took profit at that high there. Really good. Simple trade. Very, very good stuff. All you have to do is wait, really. See how this gold trade is playing out. Looks like it's chopping around a bit, to be honest. Not the greatest reaction. We might have to come down potentially and retest the fair value gap before coming up and hitting the TP, if I'm being honest. Obviously, you want to see this just come up with another green candle, smash the TP, and then go break even generally. A little bit of chopping around here. Maybe we can see this happen on the video. Are we going to come up here at the take profit? Very close. Very close. I really want to see this on the video just so that I can showcase to exactly what I would do. But you've heard what I would say basically. Once this hits the TP here, I set the rest of the position to break even, leave the rest for the runners here, and obviously cancel all of my positions if we hit break even or if we hit the TPs. That's basically the video, guys. And the strategy showed you a real-time example of what to look for and my personal way of trading this V-shaped recovery strategy that I've seen so many people talking about. Please do like and subscribe and leave a comment. It really helps out the channel. Let me know if you've got any questions down below and I will endeavor to answer them. And also, if you want to get signals or alerts for this strategy so you can get alerted of the trades that I'm potentially taking myself, I have got an 80% win rate with this over the past 5 or 6 months, which is absolutely mad, to be honest. If you do want to get alerts and signals for that, you can sign up for the Discord down below in the description. And I will catch you in the next video. Thanks a lot.